Well. Welcome to today's conversation. And today we're going to be talking about emotional regulation amongst our children. And we're going to do it considering both at home and also at school. And you're going to really pay attention on how these children react amongst themselves, and how those children really react to the things that are happening around them, both at home and also at school. And as we really talk about this, I want you to pay attention to how your child react, to how your child behave, and to how your child carry him or herself when he is at home, and also the reports that you get from your teachers at school on how your child actually reacts when they are with their friends. And as you think about this, I want to bring this to your attention. Many teachers and parents likewise have asked me these similar questions over and over again. And these are questions like, why does this child really overreact to very small issues? Another question is like, why can't this child just stay calm? Another question is this really defiance, or is something happening to my child when they behave the way they are behaving? When they keep overreacting to smaller details or to small things, when they actually can't stay calm and they are moving up and down every now and then. They want you to really understand this, that a child who cries easily, a child who becomes aggressive, a child who shuts down, a child who seems constantly overwhelmed are often not being difficult, but they are always trying to communicate distress in the way the developing brain knows how to. All those reactions, all those behaviors, all that overreacting to small issues, all that being unable to stay calm is not actually being difficult or trying to be defiant to rules, but this is a child trying to communicate, and this communication is actually being done depending on how the developing brain really knows how to communicate. And emotional regulation is not actually a skill that a child is born with. This is a skill that is learned, modeled, and strengthened over time, first at home and then reinforced when they go to school. And today I want to shift this conversation from controlling a behavior of a child when they react the way they do react, to actually building emotional capacity to these children. Because when the children behave the way they are behaving, is because they are trying to control their emotions by communicating to us in the way they know how to, and that is now through the behavior that they exhibit to us. And if we misread these behaviors, move towards controlling that behavior, we miss what the child is trying to communicate to us, and therefore we have to move from controlling the behavior to trying and building emotional capacity in our children. We have to understand that emotional dysregulation amongst our children is something that will always happen. We have to understand that we are going to see these emotional dysregulations amongst our children often because their brain is still developing. We can see the part of their brain that controls or brings about that emotional balance or decision making is not fully developed really. And this means our children are going to behave the way we see them behave. They are going to overreact to very small issues that we don't expect them to be overreacting to. They are going to actually have that inability to stay calm in certain situations, and they are going to have that poor expression of what is happening in their life. They are going to have these emotional outbursts. And these are things that we are going to see happening. At home, maybe you'll see things like tantrums here and there. You will see withdrawals. You will see silence amongst our children. They are trying to communicate something, but their brain, or the part of the brain that really controls or brings this emotional balance in our children, is not really fully developed. So this is something that we are going to see over and over again. And how are we going to react to it? I said we are going to actually shift from controlling the behavior to trying to actually build emotional capacity amongst our children. That is the only thing that is really going to help us deal with that, because our children are going to be experiencing that more often. And instead of asking what is wrong with this child, the better question is, what is this child struggling with? And when we actually understand that, then we are going to easily shift our energy from controlling that behavior to building capacity amongst our children.